We talked about his age. He's getting up there. He's been injury prone. Achilles tendonitis doesn't shock me at this stage of his career. So, yeah, he could be a problem. But the team is still fine. They will make the playoffs. They can make, and not to slight McCaffrey, they can still make the Super Bowl without him. They've done it. And like I said yesterday, look at their history under Kyle Shanahan. It's just like his dad. They always have good running games. McCaffrey wasn't the first one to go there and average 5 yards a carry. Raheem Mostert averaged 5.5 yards a carry when they made the Super Bowl. Right. Jeff Wilson, Matt Breida, Elijah Mitchell, they're not as good as McCaffrey, especially catching. But they have enough weapons, and they're going to have a good running game. We just saw Jordan Mason, what he did. Even without McCaffrey, they can still have a great season.
Okay. Yeah, you got to be concerned. You got to sit them. I mean, I'm 40 years old, and I know I don't play anymore, but I was on a therapy table, and with Achilles tendonitis, the first thing they started to do was massage my calves. Why? Because that's where it stems from. So for me, it is a real deal. We watched Aaron Rodgers with calf issues over the course of his career, and then his Achilles popped last year. We've seen clearly Joe Burrow struggling with issues last year, and we were all yelling, except yourself, he needs to sit down. He needs to sit. This is a running back. This is a running back. He's going to cut. He's going to use those muscles that fire, those quick. And so if you can get away with sitting him, and when you look at their schedule, I mean, the Rams, up until I think they played the Kansas City Chiefs, that's the one game that they probably will miss.
The Rams are real banged up,
but they're banged up as well. So, I'm a little out on the 49ers simply because not because they have the talent, but this is exactly the reason I chose them not to pick.
You can't feel good about them not making the playoffs.
No, but he's saying.
I said injuries will be the reason why they get derailed.
Yeah,
not because of the team.
And so, listen, I think they can. I think they have so much talent from a skill position perspective. They can survive any one of those guys.
Not two.
Missing time, except for Trent Williams, who's not a skill position guy, but not two. That's exactly right. So I think even without McCaffrey, they have more skill position talent than probably any team in the league but Philly. You know what I mean? With Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, the best fullback in the league. But one more guy goes down.
But one more guy goes down. The 49ers are just done. Donezo. It's over. Stick a fork in them. It's over. Okay. Listen. I think it's time we stop saying that the 49ers are so successful because they are just stacked. Now, you are undeniably better with better players. That goes without saying. The 49ers are absolutely, undeniably better with a healthy, ready-to-go Christian McCaffrey. And once upon a time, I would have thought that if Christian McCaffrey goes down or another player goes down, that's it for the 49ers or they're in serious trouble. I do not believe that anymore. And the main reason for that is because of Brock Purdy and Shanahan. We always talk about these coach-quarterback duos. And of course, right now, the most famously is going to be Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. And to a lesser popular degree is Shanahan McVay. McVay and Stafford. We now have to enter Purdy and Shanahan into this conversation. And when you have a great quarterback and a great head coach, you can make do. And make no mistake about it, Shanahan plans for these things. All great coaches do. They have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. They know what they're doing. That's why Shanahan had Sam Darnold as his backup quarterback for Brock Purdy. He experienced firsthand, right, what it's like to have a quarterback go down. You see Andy Reid do this. You see McVay do this. You see the great coaches prepare for injury. They know Christian McCaffrey at any moment can go down. They know what his health looks like. Intimately understand what lingering, nagging injuries that are bugging someone. They know that. And Shanahan's prepared for all of that. He knows Debo can go in and out of the lineup. He knows Christian McCaffrey can go in and out of the lineup. He's not dumb. He's prepared for these things. But great coaches and great quarterbacks find a way to get it done. It doesn't mean that they're always going to succeed. Doesn't mean that they're always going to win. Doesn't mean that they're going to win Super Bowl after Super Bowl, but they find a way. The perfect example of this right now is McVay and Stafford, right? Puka Nacua goes down. The offensive line is held together with literal scotch tape, but Stafford and McVay, they found a way. They didn't win, but they made it incredibly competitive, and they almost did win. Very close to winning against a great top team in the NFL, the Detroit Lions. Great quarterbacks and great head coaches, when they're combined together, they find a way. So sounding the alarm is like, that's like way too extreme to me, right? This idea, panic or if they have a couple injuries, it's just done. It's over. They're in serious trouble. They're not even going to make the playoffs. Like, that's too extreme to me. Are they going to technically not be as potent, not as good? Sure. Patrick Mahomes wouldn't be as good, and Andy Reid wouldn't be as good if you take away Travis Kelce in the middle of a season and he's injured. There's going to be a deficit. But does anyone think that if Travis Kelce goes down, that the Chiefs are done? They're not going to make the playoffs. Not going to make the playoffs. They're done. They have no chance. It's over. No, I don't think anyone feels that way. So I don't think we have to extend that to say the 49ers. And again, the big belief is because of Shanahan and Purdy. And we already got a front row seat to that when Christian McCaffrey went down. We saw that. We also have to understand that just like we talk about, I talked about recently how great head coaches elevate players and make them better. I think it was specifically about Shanahan. But we don't talk enough about how Brock Purdy elevates some of these players. And a perfect example of this was against the Jets, where he threw a beautiful ball to Ayuk that would have ended in this beautiful diving catch touchdown, that he laid it on him. That if Ayuk caught that ball, everybody would be talking about that catch, how it was a great catch, and it would be elevating Ayuk. We gotta start to talk about Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy put Ayuk in a position to look great, to look amazing, to have a touchdown, to build this up. We have to start giving some of that attention to Brock Purdy. We just have to. We have to give him the credit. Like anything, no player or person deserves all the credit, but we don't give any of the credit to Purdy. None of it. And I don't think it's fair at this point. At this point, there's enough film, enough games over a long enough time that we can start to say, you know what, Brock Purdy makes a lot of these players look better. He improves them. They do look better. This isn't just because they're stacked. This isn't just because of Shanahan. Those things matter. They absolutely matter, but it's not 100% of the story. And we saw it when Christian McCaffrey went down. We saw it. And remember how the narrative keeps changing about Purdy. How first it was like, if one of these players goes down, he's going to turn into a pumpkin. He's not good. Now it's like, well, if two of these players go down, and it's like, well, heck, why don't we just make it 3, 4, 5? Let's just take away Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, and Shanahan is sick and can't show up. Then what is Brock Purdy gonna do, huh? Yeah, exactly. And it's like what are we talking about, right? Like why do we keep making up these? We keep moving the goalposts. We just keep making stuff up at this point to try to fit this narrative. And it just continues to get tiring. Sounding the alarm is too strong. Should there be concerns? Should you be like, okay, it's gonna be a harder road? Absolutely. We can have that conversation. That's appropriate. That makes sense. Sounding the alarm, making definitive statements, if they lose someone else, it's over, it's done, no chance, can't make the playoffs. Come on. That's ridiculous. Would it be harder? Obviously. Is it harder for Patrick Mahomes if you take away Travis Kelce? Absolutely. Is it harder when you take Puka Nacua away from Stafford? Absolutely. Does it make it impossible? Absolutely not. So why do we say for the 49ers? Absolutely yes. Make it make sense, because I cannot. But those are just my thoughts. I would absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think? Do you think it's time to sound the alarm about the 49ers? Ooh, sounds intense. Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment, so whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here, and I would absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.